Hey, so one topic that I'm interested in on the subject of communication and language is the category of things, or the various categories of things that Tolstoy seems to think are unspeakable, which is a little surprising as a view for any author. And I'm not talking here about characters who find it difficult to express their feelings or thoughts. That happens a lot throughout the novel. I'm thinking in particular of Levin, who has a lot of different moments where he doesn't want to speak about something precisely because it's important to him and meaningful to him. That happens all the time in Anna Karenina. But what I'm talking about here is that Tolstoy as an author also seems to struggle with this, and there are these key moments in the novel where he actually, rather than describe something, which he does admirably well in other parts of the novel, as you've seen, he cuts out a moment or a scene entirely and just replaces it with ellipses. And this happens a lot. I haven't actually made a note of every place where it happens, um, but there are three main ones where it's especially noticeable. One is between chapter 10 and 11 in part 2, right before or right before the revelation of the aftermath of Anna and Vronsky's first tryst. And the implication is that what's been cut out there is any scene of passion or kind of satisfaction between the two of them. And that's left out, and Tolstoy doesn't comment on it, doesn't describe it. A second example is in part 5, in chapter 20, when Nikolai Levin is dying and visiting, and Konstantin and Kitty Levin are with him, caring for him, and Maria Nikolaevna is there too. And in this moment of desperation, when everybody thinks he's about to die and his body is growing cold, he cries out, "Please don't leave." And then there's a line of ellipses that breaks up the page in my edition. Now he goes on and survives for several more days, and his death isn't as expected. But there's something being cut out there as well, and I'm not sure what it is. Is it the loneliness of being near death, kind of this isolation that Nikolai is experiencing? I'm not sure what exactly is being left out there. And then the last example, the most recent example that I came across as I'm reading, is the conversation between Dolly and Anna that takes place in chapter 23 of part 6, when Dolly is asking Anna why she doesn't contact Karenina and ask for a divorce, and that reminds Anna that her children are going to be in this desperate situation. Anna reveals to Dolly that she's not going to have children anymore, and then there's this ellipsis that takes the place of what the doctor told Anna after she gave birth. And this is almost certainly that the doctor informed her of some method of contraception. And this is excerpted too. Now, why?